Announcement first before I give my bill.
Please. Hey, powerful. Ask Divine to bring the bottle in, please. Please. I'm Lord Born Justice for Pelon. I want to make a short announcement. For number one, we're getting ready to collect money for the next month's Parliament. So if you can reach into your pockets and donate whatever you can so we can pay for next month's Parliament. This Parliament was paid for by the gods and earth that was here last Parliament that made donations. So we definitely need donations so we can pay for next month's Parliament. So whether it be here or whether it be in Harriet Tubman, that's based on the knowledge and wisdom that I'm going to get from my brother Bilal in a little while. But either way, we will be inside somewhere. The second thing is, next month, Parliament is Father Equality Born. The gods of the earth want to do a feast in the Father's honor, in the Father's name. Now, normally the earths get together and they prepare meals so we can have some food. But we ask any and everybody to contribute to add on to the festivities for next month for Father Equality Born, whether we have it here or whether we have it in Harriet Tubman. We want to keep tradition alive.
I gave you
So anybody have any questions pertaining to those two things that I just spoke about, please feel free to talk to me on the side. Peace.
Peace to the gods and earth and the sea. I.B Allah Mathematics, and I see today's mathematics being wisdom born, or being born to knowledge now. When I see wisdom, it's telling me about accountability. Your ways and actions must be accountable for what you manifest to be. I've been striving every single day to be accountable for everything that I say and everything I be about. I've been saying since September that I'm going to make knowledge born where we at when it comes to the prefabricated building project. As I was building with the gods yesterday, we had $7,096. As I manifested, I showed the gods, everything that was in the meeting yesterday, we have to pay a maintenance fee of $13 every month. And that's from TD Bank. Me, Divine Prince, and Born Black is the three gods that should charge that account. Allah said do things in threes. So anytime, anywhere, call me anytime. You want to know what's going on with that account? I'm not about concealing. I'm about making knowledge born. For those that don't know me, I came home from the Interior Cipher and Knowledge Build. When I was in the Interior Cipher, I was a facilitator for the Nation of Gods and Earth. I was also on the IOC Executive Board. I was also the chairman of the event committee. I was all up and down the plantation where I was at. God said, once you come bring that energy, do something good with that energy. I came and brought it home to my nation. Now I'm a part of the Office of Cultural Management that was a part of the National Office of Cultural Affairs. The purpose of the Office of Cultural Management was to have an office that would be able to, gods of earth could be able to reach out to when they need assistance of making knowledge born of who we are, so they could be able to practice their way of life respectfully without being humiliated, discriminated against. I am the liaison for the Office of Cultural Management. The prefabricated building account is attached to the Office of Cultural Management account. The Office of Cultural Management has a separate account. It has a checking and it has a savings account. Myself, University of Shaborn, and the Law Youth Justice is a part of that account. Again, anybody that wants to see the books of that can come anytime. I don't believe in concealing nothing. Since September of 2021, our brother, Born Black, asked this nation $100 from Gods and Earths for the purpose of creating something to put on our property, our yard. That was in September of 2021. I'm going to give a chronological timeline of events that took place to this said day. And it's important that I give these events that took place. We started collecting gold. Come February of 2022, an SOS was put out there. We had a Zoom conference. This was renovating, restructuring our school. The foundation needed to be a little bit more stronger. And during that Zoom conference, I believe the majority, I'm sure the majority agreed, before we shut down a law school, we need to have somewhere else to go. Why? On Monday and Tuesdays, you have random jewels. On Wednesdays, you have NA. On Thursdays, you have the Peace Course. On Fridays, you have the sewing class. On Saturday, you have the free coding, and you have the English and math class given by Unique Supreme. You also have civilization classes that's taught by God Allah Shah. On Sundays, you had AIG boxing. So before we agreed to shut down the law school, we need somewhere to be able to continue building. And that's what was agreed upon. I'm throwing it out there because I'm come full circle with this. Structural engineer was sent to the school to look at what needed to be done with the school. A report came back that the structural engineer made knowledge born that the building is sound enough if you want to hold it for another 5 years. But if anything needed to be done, it needed to be the left-hand side, back corner of that wall needed to be fixed. Without no time wasted at all. Born Justice, Bob Black, got a contractor to come in to fix the back wall immediately, within a week.
Right, exactly.
After that report came, when the report came in, again we said that before we do anything, let's make sure we have a place. I'm saying that this is what took place. What I'm trying to get to is that first we had the prefabricated building, then we had the SOS to renovate and reestablish the foundation for a law school. I agree, 100% that needs to be done. But we said we want that building to stand for another 100 years. So if we want that building to stand for another 100 years, let's put something in our backyard so we can be able not just to have civilization classes, sewing classes, AIP classes, but to also to have universal policy. Me and Divine Prince went out and reached out to companies. Divine Prince found Patriot Steel, I found Boss Buildings. They both gave us bids. But before I get to that, I need to touch place on what happened in August. In August, another Zoom conference took place about a 7-story building, something that was manifested in 2008, December of 2008, and was bought again in 2012. A reestablished
Starting
project
2003.
Huh?
Starting 2003.
Starting in 2003, that's a fact, it did. But it was spoken, and that was dealt with then. On the Knowledge Guard Day of September, a cipher took place at a law school. It was my understanding to culture cipher guards and earths there. I presented a proposal. The proposal was for a loan, which some people are against, of us getting a $200,000 loan that could be paid back in 10 years. Let's go to October. The University of Parliament in Medina. The Godfather Shaborn proposed an economic plan of all registered members donating $20 a month. So that was 3 plans to try to generate money to put something on our property. From Born Black calling to the nation, to the loan proposal, to the Godfather Shaborn economic plan. What do this nation want to do? Good question. Do we agree before any shutting down is done of a law school? Because if we're going to do it, let's do it right and exact. Let the floors be taken up, let the walls be taken down, the electrical source needs to be redone, the plumbing needs to be done, the HVAC system needs to be done. It needs to be done properly and right and exact. So in order for that to be done, that means that school needs to be shut down from 8 months to a year. To be done right and exact. Take the floors up, put brand new beams and everything, as long as we're not destroying the face of that school.
Just a question, God.
Huh?
How long did it take? may take 8 months to a year.
Anyway, up to 8 months to a year.
It's May. I just like to know what's your source, given that kind of time frame.
Speaking to people in the construction business. As you know now, if you look around Harlem, because we were just building about this yesterday, everybody say, how they pick up all these buildings so quick? Because they prefabricated. Is that right, is that beloved? They prefabricated. That's how they're able to put the buildings up. But for order for us to do the rewiring, the electrical source, the plumbing, the HVAC, we have to do it right in the ZAC. So let's put something on our property, shut down the school, so we can put something right in the ZAC. Either it'll be the school by itself or put something on top of it. Right now, $7,096. That's where we at. Every month, I made my word is bond. As long as I'm physically here, I'm gonna let all of y'all know where we at. That's one thing about me. I don't have to hide nothing, except you can find me. I'm on Facebook. People who've been Googling me, I get calls from all over the place now. I'm shipping stuff to Canada. We're also the licensed vendor for the nation of God to Earth. Just got finished shipping stuff to Canada. That's how far my building is going now. Anytime anybody want to know what's going on, again, the Office of Cultural Management meet the first and third Sunday of every month at the Knowledge Hour. If you want to come to do the knowledge of what's being done and what's being said, come do the knowledge. Anybody want to see the books? You can see the books. I understand the past, but I'm talking about the present. What's different now than in 2005, 1995, 1985? When it comes to the financial institution that we have here, what is different? Do you see accountability? Let me speak about one thing too. A lot of people speak about the guards that's at a law school. You know about the group of brothers and sisters that I'm with? They told me about their past, they told me what they did wrong in their past, and what they're doing to clean up to make sure that it doesn't get repeated here at a law school in Mecca. And that's what I love about it. Law school in Mecca just got painted the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
It looks good too.
Just got finished doing the paint. My thing is, I don't know nothing about it, nothing, but I know I have the knowledge. I have the principle, which is called knowledge. To be able to know, look, listen, and find out the proper way of doing something and learn how to put that in activation. Because that's what type of energy I have. Again, I told you I'm the liaison. Y'all want to know what my responsibilities is? I'm speaking to institutions all across the United States of America. About to go to court probably next month in February for a case down there. Just sent the package to Todd Ishii, the Commissioner of North Carolina Department of Corrections. Another package about to be sent out with the next week after we have our meeting next week to Virginia State Department of Corrections. Constantly building and dealing with the issues that's in California Department of Corrections, especially in San Quentin. That's my duties and responsibility. 6 sextillion tons of unified by 21 ciphers. It's about building. I'm about building. Yes, Lord.
Understanding the time frame that you gave, that the potential build time, does that time include securing permits to actually do the installation of a prefab, or is there a time frame to work towards that? How does that work?
You figure the time frame takes anywhere from 30 to 45 days to be able to start. Take care of that. Figure back door all the way to the back fence. Leave the 15 feet on that side. Somebody said go all the way over to the fence. So if I go all the way over to the fence on the right hand side, it will be 50 by 85 feet. Boss Buildings gave us an estimate of $85,000 to get everything that was needed to build that building. Certified, guaranteed, with a 55-year warranty. Anybody, my honorable name is Sheldon Herring. If you want to go to my Facebook page, because that was recorded live too when that proposal was manifested. If anybody want to see the schematics of the building and everything it entails. I'm recording live right now. Every Universal Parliament I record live and I make it available either on the Universal Parliament page, the Street Academy page, or the Nation of Gods of Earth page in Hudson Valley, New Harvest, Atlanta, as well as the Nation of Gods of Earth page in Medina, and the 5% newspaper page. So nothing can be forgotten. Nothing can be mistaken. Anybody that wants to donate to the prefabricated building project can either see me, Divine Prince, or Born Black. It's about building. Builders build.
There you go. Yeah.
Builders build. And it's about ways of living it. And being accountable for saying who and what you are. I learned not to stop talking it, to start walking this. And let me reiterate this. Whether we chose to do the renovation project first, then come to the prefab, and then go to the beloved and Milano project, it don't make a difference. You got me 100%. But it's what this nation said we should do first. And I tell you, a proposal was presented first for us to build a prefabricated building on our property first. And I think that's where we should stand at. Because you have to think about it. If that floor and stuff has to be torn up and redone and everything, you ain't gonna have nowhere to go.
Isn't the purpose of the prefab in order to be able to do the renovation?
But that's the idea we presented to the nation. But you have other people that says they should do the renovation project first. But it's up to this nation. It's not up to me. It's not up to Born Black. We just came for a calling. We had nowhere to have universal parliaments. We had nowhere. Jamel came to us. He got us a place in Pelon that we had for about an understanding month. And then we was out of place for universal parliaments again. It's about having something of our own. Whichever project this nation said we should do first, I'm a supporter. I'm with it.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
How is that decision made, a nation decision made? You said it needs to be a nation decision, right?
Yes.
How is it made?
The nation didn't come together because they want to see how we can come together to find out how the decision is being made.
And this auditorium right here, this is not the whole nation.
I know that.
We have 11 regions.
I know that.
All right?
And we live with 11 regions now too. You know why? Because I have not born, at least the born people on right now. So I'm speaking to them too as well. I'm not just speaking to me. That's why I make it available on the 5% newspaper page, the Universal Parliament page, and the Street Academy page. So if anybody forgets if they know what took place at this Universal Parliament, they can go find out what happened.
How do those regions weigh in?
Huh?
How do those regions weigh in?
Because how they weigh in on the decision? That's something we have. Another purpose of the Office of Cultural Management. Right now, the Office of Cultural Management is reaching out to Gardner Earth in different regions. As you know, in different regions now, a lot of Gardner Earth is establishing their own 501c3 under the name of Nation of God's Earth. We've been reaching out and building with them. You know why? We want to make sure that everybody's in tune with each other. There used to be a conference that took place every year. We want to get the conference back on again. Because that's how that would be done.
Been doing them and keep doing them, especially Region 4.
We all reached out to other states. Trust me, I am.
And we got involved with so many. We need to have a national
That's
conference.
fine. That's fine. Well, last year we were trying to have it at the Shown Proof, the education Shown Proof.
So a national conference means all 11 regions, all of them come, and we make a nation decision.
That's a fact.
Sort of like the money y'all got for this big crap. If the nation want to take that money, open up a fish store, no fish store, it's not going to
The money is generated. People donate that money for the prefabricated building.
Can it be used for any other purpose? I'm not,
No.
or it gotta be used for
No.
that purpose.
That money was
You
donated.
want it to be used for that.
No, that money is for building. that money's for building. It's not to make a store, to buy product to put in the store. It's for building on the large property.
It's not making a building, you go out to independently, rely on yourself. The things you talk about, where is money coming from?
It comes from the state.
I am the nation. So if the money coming from the nation, we decide what to do with the money.
Okay, I'm talking about the
Please, let me say something. Please, let me say something. Y'all, listen, that money that we collected was collected for one purpose and one purpose only. That's it. And it's not being used for nothing other than that. That's it.
Who decided that?
I decided it because it was my idea. It was my idea. So my idea, I decided it, and I collect the money, and that's where the money goes. If y'all don't like it,
Let me say this, the $7,000 that we've collected, the only ones outside of ourselves that have any say-so about that money are the ones that contributed.
That's it. That's it.
Those that did not contribute, check this out. We had an idea. We made it form. It's being manifested by those that contributed had the same idea. We had plenty of meetings. Right? And of course, as far as a national decision, how many people are in our nation? How many?
That's my father Shaborn idea. It's a great idea.
In Mecca, we feel before the body, and we think that if we agree to it here, they'll be done. All right, so that's it. Like I said, we didn't full accountability. But our initial goal, if you can remember, was to get $100,000. It didn't happen. It hasn't manifested. We're still going towards that effort. And another thing, as far as the documentation on papers that we're going to need in order to do it, that deal with the Department of Building and all that, if paper is sealed, all the other, or board buildings, that they will handle all that. Matter of fact, they will set down the foundation because they want the specification to be right before they put anything there. So we're clear. We're just trying to make you clear about what direction we're headed in with the money earmarked for the prefab building. Right? Essentially, the school needs more space anyway. So this structure will probably be there for a permanency. Thank you,
please. I just want to give everybody an update on your donations for the Parliament for next month. The count is $619.58. So that's taken care of. Taken care of for next month, and we got a little something left over. But I want to say a special thank you to the Earths that under the guidance of Earthly Embrace, they added on private cycle dollars to the Parliament for next month. So thank you to the Earths that added on.
That's big.
Thank all the gods and Earth here that added on, so our Parliament is secured for next month.
Hey, Father Shaborn.
Come on,
Hey.
First, I'm gonna say I love y'all. I go with it.
Love you too, God.
Those that don't know me, my name is Father Shaborn, attorney of Great Mountain Law from out of Medina. Now, I'm up here today. I'm bringing you the second part to the economic plan that I presented to the nation. And like my brother Tubar said, the reason why it's taking a little bit of time, I want everybody to get wind of what's going on with that. And let me correct the dog, it's not no donation. It's going to be $20 every month for active members in this nation, okay? So that way we don't have to go back and forth, like my big brother Allah and back and forth about no money. That's money ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? We the gods and earth, you know what I'm saying? We can get that from amongst us. And I would just go by it again for those that wasn't here. Just do the science to the numbers, all right? You got 1,000 people, $20 a month, active members. How much is that? No, a month. 1,000 people, $20 a month.
20,000.
That's $20,000. $20,000. 6 months, how much is that? All right, a year, how much is that? Then we won't even have no problem with fixing our own school or anything. Our nation is built off of what? Today is wisdom born, and our nation is built on what? Self-sufficiency. Coming from us. You see? You get it, you come from us. Now today, the second part of it, and I got copies for those who didn't get it last time, but I have the second part of it also too. You know, it's our structural plan for the economic plan. And I'm gonna need y'all to help. When I say y'all to help, because it's a board, we're gonna set up what we would call a Ways and Means Committee. This is not a law school in Mecca account. This is not that. This is going to be strictly for the membership account. And along with that, I need God or Earth, whoever be, that's good at computers, that know how to set up a VPN and things of that nature, so that way we can have a secure registry for this. Because along with this, you will get ID cards, nation member ID cards, all active members, and that way we can separate those that want to build, you know what I'm saying, from those that don't want to build. If you want to still do the things that you've been doing, those of y'all that's in our way, we have no problem of moving you out the way either. You know, we deal with the science of the time. You see, when you deal with the science of time, you got the past, the present, and the future. I heard a lot of guys get up here and build about what has been or what went on. It's a phrase in our nation that we use, what has been always will be. That's from the old to the present to the new and the future. You see what I'm saying? And you got to understand that. My big brother also called me out again. He always do it. Outside, God Supreme, sitting right there. And he told me, he said, it's on y'all now. He said, I'm not leaving. He said, I'm not leaving, I'm gonna always be here. I'm about to jump. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you something. I can't do it by myself. All right? I'm wanting to tell you that. I can't do it by myself. I want my sisters and my brothers to step up to the plate. You see what I'm saying? Because this right here is the foundation that'll be set, and we won't never have to look back. $20? Come on. Like, $20? Show of hand, how many in here got $20 in their pocket right now? See? See? Come on. Like, it's just sad. So I'm gonna just basically go through this. On the committee, we would need, number one, a chair. A deputy chair, that's number 2. A secretary, number 3. A treasurer, number 5. A publicity officer, number 6. Entertainment officer, number 7, a membership officer, number 8, a fundraiser officer, and number 9, a chief security officer. And don't apply for none of this stuff if you're not principal, all right? If you ain't principal, this is not a game. Everything is real. You know, getting up here, bickering back and forth about, you know, I understand the transparency, how much is in this account and that account. And let me build about this too. About fixing that school. Yeah. Me and my brother Prince Supreme, you know what I'm saying? Me and my brother Prince Supreme, that can be done. And not just us. Me and Law Man and his physicals, we was working on that school at the same time. And the school was still open. And let me tell you something. I got over 20 years experience in the construction field, dealing with all that type of science. When I say dealing with that type of science, plastering, painting, carpentry, I know how to do all that. You know what I'm saying? And there's plenty of y'all sitting out here that know how to do all that. So y'all got to step up. You know, we could do it from in-house. And the school don't have to close, like on the side of the store. You got to upstairs. All y'all been around, just as long as me, is not as long as me. And if you didn't, you go upstairs on the other side of the store. The side of the school is the same damn way. It's the same damn way. All we got to do is make a second floor and put 3 classrooms up there for now. Right. We dealing with now Nation and End. We ain't gotta wait and go apply for a loan for 10 years and might be stuck. What happens if you don't pay that loan for $200,000? They taking that. Right. See what I'm saying? We gotta be all wise and supreme. When you dealing with anything, you gotta be all wise and supreme. Like, you know, I just sit here and listen. today to a lot of people's build. It's okay sometimes to deal with signs of self-glorification, but that's not what it's about, man. Like I said, it's now nation and and now is the time. My vision is to set this up. If I'm gone today or tomorrow, y'all will have the blueprint. You will have the blueprint to do it right and exact. And it'll always be here. You teach the young what I'm speaking about and give it to y'all. And that school will be there for another 100 years, 50 years, or whatever way you want to say it. And the most beautiful part of it is coming from us. It's coming from us. We won't have to owe nobody. We won't have to worry about nobody taking nothing from us. You know what I'm saying? Word. We won't have to do that. And then, not only that, along that come with this, and these different positions, I heard the God, you will ask the God, well, what if we want to do something else with the money? You know what I'm saying? But y'all get this, when I hand this out after I finish building, you'll see. You got a committee. Any one of y'all got a determined idea and want to do events, you push it up to the committee. We decide, because guess what? The money coming from all of us. All right? The money comes from all of us. So it ain't no one man or two man that's going to say, oh, I'm going to do this with the money. No, we all got to do it. There's only one God, and his proper name is Allah. You know what I'm saying? And when we want to see him, we all need to come together like this. Not come together when it's time to shake your behind, or when one of us return home to the essence of life, or something like that. That's when I see people. I see people I ain't seen 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? This is the Parliament, man. Allah set this up for a reason. You know what I'm saying? He set this up for a reason when he came home. And speaking of that, we're going to go back to time again. All this has to do with nation business. Time, true our master equality. We're going to go right back to that. You know why? We in the so-called new year on the Gregorian calendar. But it ain't my new year. I don't know about you, it ain't my new year. It's the devil new year. You know why? You know how I know that? Because the law said it himself. You know what I'm saying? In 66, he said to some of them gods, he said, I return home on the new year. And guess what? A lot of them guys was looking for him on January 1st. He didn't come home on January 1st. You know when he came home? March 24th. That's the new year. Very equinox. You know what I'm saying? When the zodiac sign Aries comes into play. This year, it'll be on the 20th at 5:24 p.m. So you deal with the signs, you gotta science it up, man. When I deal with this history, don't take me off face value. Everything I tell you is right and exact. And it was presented in one of the Son of Man's, and I got copies for y'all. I got copies for y'all. The name of that lesson was called The Astrofacts. And one of our great brothers, you know, he had his ups and downs or whatever, but I still love him. The Honorable Robert Teller, Allah B, or Vaughn Allah, he wrote that. And I got it for y'all, and with that I'm gonna say peace and give it out.